Let's talk about Azure Core Services. In this very important learning path in your exploration of Azure, we are going to talk to you about very important Azure services, and you know that we have a lot of services, but here are some very important ones. For example, we will start with infrastructure as a service, things like Azure Virtual Machines, of course, but also Azure Container Instances or Azure Kubernetes services for containerization. Then we'll move to Platform as a Service, which is, you would say, the next step. We'll see databases, for example, Cosmos DB, which is used for NoSQL data, but also, of course, Azure SQL Database, which is used for relational data. And then do you know those open source databases, things like PostgreSQL, MySQL, or MariaDB? Well, you can also run them on Azure databases, and we'll see here how it works. Then after that, we'll talk about networking, because what would an application in the cloud be without a network? And here we'll talk about ways to secure your traffic, but also to route your traffic, for example, with virtual private networks, VPNs, or gateways, or even ExpressRoute, which is a way to have a totally private connection between your premises and Azure, for example, to build hybrid applications. Finally, we'll talk also about Azure Storage, because storage is a very important part of most applications on Azure. And here we'll talk about services like blob services, disk services, file services. So please join us for this exploration of the foundation of Azure, if you will, and hopefully you will enjoy this learning path about Azure Core Services.